Oh, and now the queen comes off. Both players have the very best hand possible, the nuts. Vince, it doesn't matter how long it takes, but for sure, all the chips are going on here. Well, there you see the clubwpt.com chip count. Dickie Malone out in front with nearly 5.7 million in chips. Sam Panzica in second place. That's what they're playing for. The winner tonight taking home over $354,000.
Yeah, plus they get the beautiful Hublot watch. Gorgeous timepiece. And he's a 5,000, blinds 25.50. Here we go. Sam Panzica with a very strong ace-jack right out of the gate.
Sam, the youngest player at the table at 24 from Fort Lauderdale.
Needed 100,000 to go, and Dickie Malone behind him with queen-jack. Dickie is from Macon, Georgia, retired firefighter.
Yeah, the lone non-professional at the table, but he's up against three tough pros here. I can tell you that.
And he's going to make this call. Now it's into Ankush Mondavia, and he's got jack 7 of diamonds.
Yeah, Ankush been playing poker for 10 years. Went to University of Georgia, majored in economics.
He will call this.
With so 4 players left, 3 playing this pot. Ace, ace, king. Nice flop there for Sam. Ankush quickly checks, and Sam checks. Let's see if that trap is going to work here. Dickie does have a straight draw. He's thinking they both checked, and he is reaching for chips. Just falling right into the web of Sam Panzica.
Yeah. There you go. 150 bet into Ankush. Ankush with nothing.
Well, but you can tell he's suspicious of the former firefighter. But doesn't make any moves, opts to fold, but here's a guy that's not folding, Sam Panzica.
Setting his man up. Okie dokie call.
Does not raise here.
String him along. Turn card 9 of clubs.
Well, Sam checks again. See if Dickie falls into any more traps. They can catch a 10 and win the pot, but that's the only card he can catch to win it with. But he does check here.
Yeah, he wises up, and the river card, nothing, 6 of clubs.
Well, I don't think Sam would bet here, hoping his opponent's got a king and will pay him off.
Sam lives in Fort Lauderdale. Made close to 1.5 million in earnings. A tough young player, and he's going to put in the value bet of 375. Dickie Malone has to quickly eject, and Sam's going to take down this pot.
So Sam closing the gap on our chip leader now. We've got 2 guys, Sam and Dickie, with pretty good chips, and 2 other guys, Tyler and Ankush, on short stacks.
And there's our Royal Flush crew, Andrea, Brendan, and Tuba on the rail. And now we go back to the felt. It's on Dickie.
And he's got a nothing hand, queen 5, lays it down. Tyler Patterson out as well, so the battle of the blinds here.
On.
Now Ankush picking up ace high in the small blind on the short stack, just moves in and quickly takes down the pot. Ankush, 29 years old, out of Houston, Texas. He's been a poker pro for 10 years.
Started playing poker online while in college.
And Ankush plays poker all over the world. He's not afraid to travel to Europe and play the toughest over there.
He's finally starting to heat up a little bit. He's got a pair of jacks.
Yep, got the 2 fish hooks and's going fishing, but nobody's biting.
Not yet. Dickie out. Tyler out. And that's going to do it. He's going to take this one down.
Well, Ankush has knocked out 2 bounties in this tournament and 2 extremely good players, Anthony Zeno and Mad Marvin Rettenmeyer. Both those guys won back-to-back events on the World Poker Tour.
All right, back down to the money pit. Dickie now picking up an ace 9 of clubs. Getting out the raising chips. Makes it 100,000 to go.
Yeah, just a min raise, but does raise it.
Tyler goes out. Ankush goes out. Only one to beat is Sam, who's in the big blind.
Well, he's going to defend with the 10-8. So here's the flop. Well, King, Jack 3, 2 hearts. No help to either player. Sam quickly checks. And no continuation bet by Dickie. He also checks. Now a 6 of hearts comes off. Sam does have a flush draw because he has the 8 of hearts, but only has 10 high. Because his opponent checked on the flop, he's going to take a stab at it here. And notice he just bets 80,000, 245,000 in the pot. It's not a big bet, but yet it may get the job done. His Dickey doesn't have a heart in his hand, has no pair. And he does give it up. So well done by Sam Panzica there. And Vince, there's a case that if you make a continuation bet on the flop, you probably win that pot instead of losing.
Yeah. Nice bet by Sam, the 80,000. Sometimes you think the guys didn't bet too much. He probably wants me in. And we move on. Couple folds.
Now, Dickey has Jack 10 and a small blind. He's just going to limp in and call, and Tyler also happy to see a flop here. So both players with the same hand.
The flop is at ace, king, 4. Well, Dickey quickly checks.
Well, Tyler's going to bet the gut shot straight draw. But he is going to get called here. He's not going to like that. Now a 6 comes off. Now Dickey checks again, and Tyler checks right behind him. Oh, and now the queen comes off. Both players have the very best hand possible, the nuts. Vince, it doesn't matter how long it takes, but for sure, all the chips are going on here.
Oh, they've got to both be so excited at this moment.
Whoever bets is going to get raised and re-raised and re-raised until they're all in.
Gonna be beautiful.
Just no matter how much time it takes.
This is a wonderful tell. He's looking at the board saying, it's just an acting job, basically. He's just thinking, should I make this call? He's just trying to trick his opponent.
No, there's no call going to be made. This is going to be a raise for sure. Just a matter of how much. And then whatever it is, it's going to get re-raised for sure.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself here. We know what's going to happen. I just want to see it go slow.
All right.
Okay, there's the raise.
Well, you're going to get your wish here, Vince.
He can't.
Oh, boy.
This is beautiful.
The deep side.
Yeah.
You know, oh, no. You raised me in this spot. Oh, the crink neck. Oh, man. Now, folks, this is a good learning lesson for you to look for tells. When players have the nuts, see how they act, how they react. And now the old question, how many chips have you got?
Oh, no more than that. Sorry.
Oh, Vince. They are playing the fiddle to capacity here.
480.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Show tunes going off in their heads right now. They just keep your poker face.
Gotta have a fiddle in the band. We got one here.
All in.
Call.
All in and called.
So excited.
They're both saying, you gotta be kidding me. I made the nuts. I don't even win the pot.
Oh, wow. Both of them disappointed and happy at the same time. That's the way it happens.
You're not happy if you make the nuts and split the pot.
Don't you wish you could have that last 5 minutes of your life back?
Nah, it was fun.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT25 and get a $1,200 deposit bonus.
Sam Panzica in second chip position with 4.1 million. Dickey Malone, the non-professional at the table. Upset in the making. He's the chip leader as we go down to the felt. He folds his hand. Tyler has raised to 100,000 with a king deuce.
Well, let's see what Ankush is going to do with the ace high. Now, him and Tyler have about the same amount of chips. I don't see you just calling here. I think you either need to raise with his ace-7 or throw it away because of your chip count.
What will Ankush do?
On.
Wow.
Well, there's your answer. All in.
Good instincts. Apparently, Sam gets out of the way, and Tyler, no, he won't play that king deuce.
Nice play by Ankush there, no doubt about it. Gives you a glimpse of why this guy's won $3 million in lifetime earnings and he's still in his 20s. He can play.
He's also a very successful high roller player. That means he puts up $100,000 per tournament.
Plays all over the world, in the high roller events and other tournaments as well. So the guy mixes it up with the best of them, no doubt about it.
And we move on. Tyler quickly folding this one, and now Ankush also going out around to Sam, who has a pretty decent king-queen.
He's in the small blind. Be shocked if he wouldn't raise it here, and indeed he does raise it to 150.
This is Sam's fourth WPT cash, his first WPT final table. Dickey Malone, the firefighter,
He's got position on the guy. I'd call here with the king 10. He's doing the same thing.
King queen versus king 10.
Well, flop comes 8-8 deuce. 2 diamonds. See if Sam will make a continuation bet here. Nope, he's going to check it. Dickey checks right behind him. Now a 3 comes off. But again, it goes check, check. Both players think the king high might be good. That's why they're checking it down.
King high. King high.
8 on the
Not
river.
king high. I'm glad king didn't hit.
Well, the king queen is going to win this pot. Dickey out kicked there, so a little check fest, but the best hand takes it down. Pays to have a kicker.
I see it. Thanks. I'm glad it king hit.
These guys playing for a lot of money tonight, over $354,000 to the winner. Right now, the non-pro at the table, Dickie Malone, our chip leader with over $5 million in chips.
Yep. He's 56 years old, out of Georgia, and he's playing impressive poker here tonight. But right now, Sam Panzica in second chip position makes it 150 with a queen 8. Can he push everyone out of this hand? Ankush now with a queen 4.
Well, he has Georgia ties as well. He went to the University of Georgia. It's just the kind of hand it's just tough to play here, Vince, when you're short stacked. Handcuffed, as we call it. Even if you think your opponent's making a move, you just don't have enough chips to 3-bet and play like you might want to. That's the penalty of being short stacked, and Sam understands that perfectly right now, taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, Sam, what a player. Started playing in high school at little $5 games. Has progressed, and at 24 years old, one of the top players in the world. 4 WPT cashes, first WPT final table, and a big shot of winning here tonight. And we move on. Dickey with a quick fold. Tyler with a quick out.
So the battle of the blinds here. What do you do now if you're Ankush? Jack 7. You want to see a flop, but if you just limp in, the guy might raise you, then you got to throw it away. But Ankush does make the call.
And Sam is not going to punish him with a raise with a Jack 10, so he's got position on him. We move on, and he hits a 10, so 10-7-6 on the flop. 10s for Sam, and 7s for Ankush. Ankush is bet out, 60,000.
Well, you got to bet middle pair in this spot. And Sam, surprised he doesn't raise here.
I am too.
Just makes the call. Now a 4 comes off, so another possible straight the other direction. Oh, Ankush thinks the 2 7s is good, so he's going to bet him here. 125,000. Now the question is Sam going to just call or raise? I don't think there's any chance he's going to throw it away, top pair. And he just calls.
Yeah, he does. He's in front, going to the river.
But the 8 of diamonds comes off.
That's a dangerous card.
Now what's funny about this hand, Ankush bet on the flop and the turn, thinking he had the best hand. It almost looks like he's rethinking that right now.
Well,
And if that's the case, will he make a bet here?
there's diamonds out there. There's straights all over the place. So Sam's hand is shrinking up.
450.
Ankush sensing that, going to take a shot.
Unbelievable bet here by Ankush.
It's like the worst river in the deck.
I'm telling you, folks, he bet for value on the flop and the turn, and now I believe he thinks he's beat and feels like the only way he can win the pot is to bet at it, and that's exactly the scenario.
Yeah, but Sam hasn't folded. He could make this call. It would be an excellent call. Very tough to make, though.
You can't beat anything but a bluff.
But the problem was he didn't raise after the flop. He should have. He has to lay it down. Beautifully played by Ankush.
Well, it sure was. It's amazing how well he figured that hand out and put his opponent on a 10.
Yeah, that's the smile of a man that just bluffed.
Well, there's a hand Sam's going to kick himself for later for not raising on the flop
Yeah.
and taking control of the hand.
Absolutely. As we move on, Dickie Malone still out in front with $5 million. Quick fold by Tyler Patterson. Ankush going out as well.
So battle of the blinds here. Sam with 7-4 diamonds. Just limps in, and no raise by the pair of deuces from Dickie.
Yeah, Dickie shifts gears. He's playing very conservative at this point, and the flop is a Jack 9-6.
Well, no help for either player. Again, it goes check, check. And now a 4 comes off. Now Sam has the best hand with 2 4s. And that's because his opponent didn't bet on the flop. Didn't raise him pre-flop. You're not putting him on a pair. So he's going to bet the 2 4s for value here.
Yeah, 65,000.
Well, Dickie going to make the call.
Yeah, he's stubborn.
Well, it's not deuces wild. And unfortunately for him, he needs a deuce to win the pot. Now an 8 comes off, but makes a lot of straight possibilities, so I doubt either player are going to be happy to see that card. And it's going to go check,
Got a
check.
6.
And Sam turns up 2 4s.
Said you got a 6.
Oh, I thought you said I have a 6. I tabled my hand. He tabled it.
Yeah, Sam turned his hand face up, lucky for him.
I'm sorry, I said you got a 6.
I thought you said
no,
6.
no.
Dickie was asking him if he had a 6, but Sam thought he said, I have a 6, where he would lose the
What
pot.
angle you're out there? Promise you that.
Go ahead, I flipped.
You'd already flipped them over.
Yeah, short-handed poker. Different game. Ankush, an expert at it. All right, we have a couple folds. Around to our non-professional player, our chip leader, Dickie Malone, with just a Jack 7, just going to call.
Just limps in. Tyler will never stand for that.
All in.
And he does go all in, and unless the guy's completely slow playing, you know your ace high is the best hand, so you just move in automatically like Tyler did and take down the pot. Well done.
Tyler is 33 years old. He's the last bounty standing.
For the 2nd year in a row.
Started out as a poker dealer. Meanwhile, the blinds are going up to 30 and 60,000 with a $10,000 ante. And it's actions on Sam. He's got King Jack. He moves it up to 125 to go.
Well, Dickie Malone has 2 8s. I think with the chip lead, it's a great opportunity to 3-bet here with the 2 8s. Let's see what he does.
Caps the cards and just calls.
By just calling, you allow the blinds to come in the pot at a pretty cheap price. And you see Ankush is doing just that. That's why I think you need to 3-bet with the 2 8s in that spot, find out where you're at, shut out the blinds, play from there, in position.
The flop comes up an ace, jack 5, so Sam hitting jacks there.
Yeah, Sam now has the best hand. Ankush with the wheel draw, as you can see. Needs a deuce for a straight, but he is checked. And Sam with the middle pair top kicker is going to bet 125,000. It looks like the 2 snowmen melted. Indeed they did. Dickie Malone out. Now what's Ankush going to do? Remember, he's short stacked. He does have a gut shot straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Or are you going to call with just a wheel draw here and 4 high? Well, no, you're not. You're going to raise 325,000. Now, if you're sitting in Sam's seat, you're saying, wow, this guy is raising me on a short stack. He must have something. But if you don't believe he's got an ace where he moved all in before the flop, then you call him here just like Sam did.
Yeah. Beautifully evaluated by Sam. He makes this call. We're going to the turn, but look at this. This is going to help Ankush extremely with a 6 of diamonds, now a 4 flush and straights.
Well, Vince, maybe Ankush was going to give the pot up if he got called by that raise there, but now,
All in.
with a drawing hand like he's got, a semi-bluff bet as we call it, the open-end straight and the flush draw, he just moves all in, and he takes it down. Once again, Ankush Mandavia outplaying Sam Panzica to win the pot.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT25 and get a $1,200 deposit bonus.
Actions on Tyler. Wow, I was a little surprised he wouldn't have shoved there with ace high with his chip stack, but opted to lay it down.
Right behind him, Ankush Mandavia with a pair of 3s, though. Let's see if he gets aggressive with it.
Nope, he just calls on the button. He wants to keep the pot small. If somebody raises, he's going to call and see a flop, but if he gets 3-bet, he commits a lot of money to the hand, so he limped in.
Panzica with just a 10-6 gets to stick around.
Dickie Malone, who could well raise with his hand, ace-4 clubs, opts to see a free flop too, so 3-way action. And the flop is 7-6-6. Great flop there for Sam. He's flopped 3 6s and checks. Dickie has none of that, of course.
He's checking as well.
Well, Vince Ankush is going to bet here. I feel that he should bet here because they both check. They probably don't have pairs, so why not bet my 2 pair?
115, and that's a dream come true if you're Sam. You sit around there with 10-6, you flop 3 of a kind, and you got a guy betting into you. Life is good.
Well, the question is, do you raise here or do you just call to slow play him?
So just gonna rope the dope.
He's going to rope the dope, but once he gets called, Ankush is probably going to shut it down from here. Now a queen comes off. And Sam checks again. Now Ankush knows he could have a straight or a flush draw. And now the river, the king of hearts. That neither player are really happy to see. Fearful their opponent might have a flush, but Sam now going to bet the 3 6s here. It's like 190,000 is the bet. Now Ankush has to put the pieces of the puzzle together here. Let's see if he can figure this out. He's in a tough spot. You just don't think a guy would bet 2 pair in this spot. So he's either got at least 3 6s or a flush, or nothing.
He's got a heck of a sweatshirt, though. Very flexible. Keeps the neck and chin warm.
Oh, boy. Right now, he just wants to pull it over his head and hide. Doesn't know what to do.
190.
This would be what we call a hero call here if he makes it, but it's not going to work out for him.
Oh!
He knows all he can beat is a straight draw, but he does make the call because it makes sense that Sam could have had a straight draw there.
Yeah, well, the problem was that Ankush did not raise before the flop with the 3. Got a guy to stick around with 10-6, and it backfired. Sam Panzica, he is looking good right now. Blind still 30 and 60,000. Quick fold by Ankush.
Well, Sam on the button now with the 9-7 offsuit, but everything seemingly going his way right now, so why not raise it up here in this spot?
Look, 10-6 worked out for him. Why not play 9-7?
It's 125,000. Dickey goes out around to Tyler Patterson. Will he defend? Remember, he's the short stack in the tournament.
Got under $1 million. He's only got about 900,000 left, so.
Yeah, he makes the call, so we're going to see a flop. Well, flop is queen 10 deuce. Tyler with the best hand with second pair checks it. Let's see if Sam makes a continuation bet. Looks like he has to with that hand, but he doesn't. He checks. Now a queen comes off. Now it is 3 diamonds. I'm a little surprised Tyler checked there.
Me too.
I would have bet that hand in that spot. You're not going to put your opponent on a queen or even a diamond drawer to bet the flop. And now Sam's reaching for chips. He's going to bet 110,000, but I don't believe that Tyler's going to go anywhere here. You're just not going to put your opponent on a queen when you check the flop. And Tyler does make the call. So we are going to the river. And an ace comes off. So Tyler checks again. Now Sam knows the only way he can win this pot is to bet at it.
Tyler hoping against hope if his man checks it. Possibly win, but what great players do when they don't have it, they try to take it away with nothing, and that's exactly what Sam's doing.
Well, Vince, I don't think you're going to put him on a queen. I don't think you're going to put him on diamonds. I don't think you're going to put him on king-jack, because he would have bet the flop with a king-jack as well. It's just a matter if he paired the ace or he didn't.
Problem for Tyler, of course, he's got about 800,000 left only, and 215.
Well, let's see if Tyler can sort this out. He makes the call. He chips up pretty nicely. He knows if he calls and loses, he'll be down to virtually not many chips. He does throw it away.
Wow.
I think when Tyler looks at this hand, Vince, he's going to say, you know, I should have bet out on the turn myself. I should have taken control of the hand, and then I couldn't have got bluffed out of it.
Well, with that pot, Sam Panzica is now the new chip leader. 4 players remain. What a battle we're seeing.